I grew up in what from the outside looked like a perfect family, a father and a mother, 2 brothers and a dog, in a little house in a country town. Of course, no family is perfect. We're all born to secrets and sins. In my family, that meant instead of screaming or even talking, we'd sit in silence and didn't have parents that were the most present. Now, the little town I spent in my youth was in northwestern Illinois. The city of Tulsa was a place I'd never even heard of, until one night in my 8th grade year, my older brother came into my room and told me that's where he'd be moving to. I cried for hours that night, and when he left the next morning, and then I skipped school for days and days. I didn't understand at 13 why he wasn't taking me with him, or how he could leave me alone in what I considered a hellhole. I got angry at my parents for running him off, then angrier when they decided that my older brother was worth staying together for, but not my little brother or I, and they soon got divorced. My mom, little brother, and I moved to Wisconsin, and I stayed cooped up in my room as much as possible throughout high school, waiting for the day I would be moving out. Not to Tulsa necessarily, maybe California or Tennessee or London. I had always been a dreamer, a wanderer with bigger plans than I pictured Tulsa could offer. But 5 years turns a new teenager into a young woman, getting ready to go to Nashville for music school. But bad things happen, like bad things in life do, and for me that meant finding out for my whole life that I had been lied to, by the person who said she loved me the most, by the person I was supposed to trust the most. Unable to breathe and feeling out of options, I packed a bag, bought a Greyhound bus ticket, and ran away from home. I went to the one place I knew someone, where I wouldn't be stranded or homeless or alone. My older brother and newly appointed sister-in-law so graciously let me live with them on the east side of Tulsa for 6 months until I was ready and could afford to rent an apartment of my own. So I got a job to pay for rent and another to pay for school. But it's been almost 6 years now, and for everyone's sake, I think it's time for me to pick a major and graduate soon. Tulsa is a unique city in that everyone seems to be acquainted and yet still divided by geographical districts. The west is country, the north is poor, the south side is rich, and the mid-towners are too cool for school. Tulsa is also extremely open to transplants, though there's a pride that comes with being born and raised here. Tulsa was never part of my plan, but plans, as we all know, just make God and fate laugh. I've made great friends and grown closer to my family. I found my faith again in a wonderful church that eventually led my husband to me. I still have dreams of moving and seeing the world. That will never change. So the plan now is to study medicine and become a traveling nurse. But when I get to these new cities and they ask me where I'm from, I'll probably say Tulsa. Tulsa is my home, because Tulsa, without a doubt, has made me the most who I am. Did I do it?